If you haven't made oil production yet, you can go ahead and take... You can just go ahead and... Here we are, back in Satisfactory, where absolutely nothing in my world has changed. Wait a second. I'm missing a whole factory. And I don't have a truck anymore. Well, that one's not mine. That one's my friend's. Once again, just sitting down on the job. Taking a break. Not doing anything. But yeah, everything's kind of, missing. So, I'm not just playing this on YouTube. I'm not doing like a day-by-day thing or anything. If y'all like to see a series like that, I won't mind doing that. It won't be this world, it'll be a different one. Please throw that down in the comments. But I'm also live streaming this over on Twitch. Sometimes Mondays, sometimes Wednesdays, sometimes both days. Like last week I did Monday and Wednesday because this is what I got going on right now. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you go over to Twitch. Make sure you follow me over there. And then I'm also just kind of doing some stuff just to keep the world moving. Now, phase-wise, we haven't changed. I don't believe. Well, we did technically, but I think I put that down at the end of like the video, and I showed like because we were ready to go to this phase, we just hadn't done it yet. And then we've done some research already just to kind of get through that. Let's see. Yeah, we've already done all of Tier 5. And with most of Tier 6, so we just need railway signaling and blueprints Mark II, which that's kind of a big one. We need to kind of get both of those done, and then we need to start working on closing out Phase 3 because we want to get to drones. But while we do want to get to drones, we still haven't even finished trains because we just got trains. And we got a cool little train system that we've already changed 5 times. So we have a train station here, which is actually going to take all the raw materials that we have gathered in this area. And it's going to ship it over to the Mega Factory. Now, I do believe I did show the Mega Factory in the last episode. I will show it again this episode because it's actually up and running what all of this was doing. Everything up to modular frames. So it has rotors, modular frames, and reinforced iron plates. And it has all of the basic materials. The only thing it doesn't have is stators, motors, AI limiters, Caterium, quick wire. It doesn't have any of these things. And then I don't have any of what it's actually producing. Also, I got oil up and running. We need to actually see what that's looking like. Got 9,790 with a power boost of 890. Our max consumption's 3,000 right now, and that does not make sense to me. This number keeps going up, and I keep deleting machines. So that doesn't 100% make sense to me. No, I did add a lot of machines. I'm done. Okay, let me show you where our oil production is from here. It's actually really close by, especially in the Explorer. You can fly over there. Just go over here. If you haven't made oil production yet, you can go ahead and take... You can just go ahead and... Okay. So, as I was saying, you could just go ahead and start building up, getting prepared for some stuff over here if you wanted to start pre-building a factory or anything like that. I know that's hard to do though because you need sizes and whatnot. He threw me way off course. Oh no. Anyways, like I was saying, now that I've got that cleaned up, I don't even remember what I was saying. Something about pre-building factories, I think. I mean, you can do that. It's just hard to do. So we have our train line. I do believe we have 2 opposite train lines running near each other right now. Because one is going to be taking raw materials, which is this one right above our heads. The other one's actually going to be taking finished materials to our base. So this is a little factory within itself. that is producing a lot of stuff. Not really. Currently it is 24. Is it 24? Yeah. Yeah, because each one of these is 8. So 8, 16, 24. 24 fuel generators. These 4 refineries are running from this one pure node over here. So a pure node can run 4 refineries. These 4 are running from that normal one and that normal one. So that's actually taking 2 extractors to run those 4 refineries. Now, this one is literally sinking all of this extra stuff. Okay? Until I need to reroute that to plastic production or to rubber production, but as of right now, I don't need to, and I will show you why. So this is super clean. These run. So like this one runs up there, this one runs there, that one runs those 2, that one runs those 2, and it's the exact same thing on each setup. It's pretty easy for me to just kind of add and go. This one I'm playing with a little bit of building here. I put some walls up with the roof, and then I put a ceiling up here with some batteries. So I'm thinking I might actually put all of these, so it's 6 batteries per, just so we have backup battery power too. I know it's not going to be that big of a deal, but it's there if we want it. And then we have, as you can see, this little factory going on over here. We have all this as well. So we have all of this resin. Is it resin? What's it called? Yeah, polymer resin going from this one and the one opposite, the last one, going over here into this factory that I do plan on roofing in and making pretty. I just haven't got there yet. We have water coming in here because we need water for these. So these 4 go to these 4 refineries right here, and they are making plastic. The 4 on the opposite side actually all merge into one and go into 3 refineries for rubber, because it takes 40 per each one instead of 30 per each one. So I combined them and resplit them. That way the math is still right. So that's making rubber, that's making plastic, and right now it's all getting synced because my stuff is backed up. So it all comes down here at meets, and then I have smart splitters. One there, one there. I have some storage containers which will get hooked up into the loading platforms here. I just don't want to do that yet because he might be testing trains at some point. And then anything that will be overflow over time will just get synced. That way we get tickets. We have 25 tickets. Beautiful. We also have like some other stuff. We have a crystal area. It's all the way up here. It's in a cave. It's a really crazy cave. There is gunpowder being produced on this coast over here, which is a little crazy because I have right here, right by this little lake right here, there's a sulfur node. It's pumping the sulfur all the way over here across the top and back down to a coal node, and it's producing gunpowder. So that's full. I probably need to do the same thing with overflow and sink over there. I just haven't done it yet. And then right in here is a giant cave. Like it's a massive. It goes all the way under here and all the way out here. Right in this area under this rock, there's 3 crystal nodes and a SAM node for the alien stuff. And we'll get to that in a minute, because that's unlocking some cool stuff too. So over here's my coal power plant, and then the entrance to that cave is right there. This side, you need the explosives to get in. And there's lots of spiders and stuff throughout here. I don't know if I said this, but we made all enemies passive because we just wanted to play the game. We don't care. That is our oil refinery right now. I do have a slot for one more set. I mean, technically I have all the space in the world to add, but I left just enough room to do this. I hope. That rock might get in the way, I don't know. To do this one more time. There is another node over here, but you have to have the resource extractors. And I don't have that yet. And talk about alien technology. I have this thing, which, as long as it's supplied power, it boosts. It gives you extra power. So right now, we're getting an extra 890 megawatts, which is almost as much as our first coal power plant, which was 1200. And then we doubled it to make it 2400. But it's so that will only help us. Now, I was able to find SAM ore. You need also summer sloops, and I believe you need SAM ore to be able to make those, and computers, which I've handcrafted some computers. I found some computers on like the hard drive locations and stuff like that. But that's how you get that. So if you can get that early game, it's worth it because it's just extra free power. It's just really expensive because you need like 12 summer sloops, I think. So keep that in mind. So the main reason I've cleared all of this out is to be able to just have it loaded into the trains and go from there. But there's a few things that we still need that we don't necessarily have access to over at the other place until we get trains running. Like, I need to get plastic over there. I need to get rubber over there. I can't even get plastic and rubber over here right now without manually transporting it. But that might be kind of what I need to do for now, or I can run a really long, obnoxious belt just to get some things producing while we're offline. But I need to get a couple of things producing. I need to get specifically, well, I need to go get some, yeah. But I need to make a blueprint for a motor, because we need to get motors going. We need to get stators going, just so we have we don't have anything for rotors, or motors. We don't have anything for stators. We need those two. We don't have a blueprint for Caterium, which that's just quick wire. And I just kind of need to do some quick math on that of what's actually coming in versus what I can actually produce. What happened here? Why is that belt empty? This belt should not be empty. I did not. I mean, like, that's full and everything, but that belt should not be empty. I'll fix this in a second. I probably cut power to my copper manufacturing. Anyways, because right now for Mechaterium, I literally just have this going into a box of quick wire. It does take 12 per minute to make 60 per minute. To get 12 per minute, this makes 15 per minute. So it's one of those weird ones of, it's kind of like limestone. It kind of overproduces. I can turn it down to 12 per minute, and it still takes 36 per minute. So that's one thing we can do, is we can underclock these possibly. Oh, I totally cut power somewhere. Let me figure out my power problems and then I'll be back. Found it. I had accidentally cut this wire right here when I was deleting things. So what did I need? I need a couple of manufacturers, which means I'll need to go get some plastic. I need some cable. And as you can see, it's purple over here. That means we have some special storages over at the Mega Factory. These are dimensional depots, so basically it's just like an extra pocket. It's kind of cool. I'll show those towards the end of the episode when we get over there. Oh yeah, we got some doggos too. I think they're kind of glitched out. But we got those as well. Okay, what do I need? Motors. I'm currently all kinds of messed up because I've deleted everything and everything was found off of how do I do certain things. So So let's grab a stack of motors for now. I need plastic, I need modular frames, and I do know that I have all of those in storage, but I'm trying not to just use those all the time. By the end of it, we need 2 manufacturers. And in one of them, obviously we'll need these 2. We're not there yet. One of them we need heavy modular frames, and the other one we need computers. Now, as you see, we have other things in here, like crystal oscillators, which we can make. SAM fluctuators, which we'll be able to make. High-speed connectors, which we need, I think, for computers, right? Oh no, we need circuit boards. Okay. Okay, so, but for now, we just need computers and heavy modular frames. Those are the 2 big ones. So this one we need circuit boards, cable, and plastic. So plastic obviously is just an import right now. It'll always be an import. We're not going to produce the plastic, and then like it'll just be something we're pulling in. So I need cable. And I'm just slapping this down at the moment. This is too much cable, honestly. Oh no, this is like the perfect setup for cable. You need 2 inputs, right? 30 per minute. 30 per minute, 15. So that gets split. Did I do this wrong? I think I did this wrong. Because you need 15 per minute. I think you only need 1 feed. And you get 1 out. For copper, right? Yeah, that's 30 per minute. So I need to fix that blueprint. That blueprint's wrong. Whoops. So that should be 1 input to split it between the 2. And then those 2 go up and feed into cable, and then the cable comes out. So you have 1 input, 1 output. We need circuit boards. How do we make circuit boards? I don't know. I'm assuming in the constructor. Right? Maybe not. Probably the assembler. So we're going to need an assembler. And we got plastic again. So it's copper sheets and plastic. So we're going to need 2 inputs of plastic. Possibly, so it's 30 per minute. And then what does this need plastic-wise? 40 per minute. So we need 60 per minute. That's rough. That is what my current factory is producing, I believe. It takes 3 refineries to do 60 per minute. So this is all copper. There is no iron involved in this at all. So I need to fix this, and then I also need 15 copper sheets per minute. Now, can I get all this to fit on one thing? I don't know. We're going to try. All right, so first things first, I need to fix my copper one before I forget. So we're going to load copper wire one. My copper wire is correct. My cable is not. Okay. Clear that. Load cable. Okay, so I need to fix this by getting rid of these, taking my merger, no, my splitter. Please tell me I just put that in the right spot. I did. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my Mark 1 lift. I did not put that in the right spot. Dang it. Let's lock it. That's right there. And that's right there. Okay. Now I can take my splitter. And that is good there. Yes. Now, I'm going to leave these on here. I have been actually changing these out on my current one over at the base for these. because I have a lot of I have a lot of things running underneath. So it's kind of cool to see. It's not a lot right now, but like that's the plan. So I'm going to resave this. We're going to clear it. Okay. Take all my stuff. Okay, so like I said, we need cable is one of them. So I'm going to take that blueprint that we just had on here. I'm going to lock it, and I'm going to make sure it is in that right spot. I think it is. Yes. All the way up on this edge. We're going to slap that down. And then I'm going to actually take out these, and I'm going to take out this ladder. Okay. So there's our cable production. And then we need one more constructor at 150% to produce. Yeah. So I'm going to take my... I think I can actually take a blank one. Yeah, let me take one of my blank ones. Nope, that's the extender. Where's my empty block? There's my empty block. I'm gonna pop that down. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna take these off. I'm probably gonna take those off the empty block to be anyways. Just that way I don't have to worry about deleting those every time, especially when we're doing stuff like this. I'm gonna go ahead and save this because this one's gonna be computers. Okay, I just went ahead and did a quick fix to where I have these all ready to go. So now if I do blueprints, I did this empty block 2x2, and that's all it is. So I'm going to lock that there. I'm going to make sure to nudge it out, make sure it's all on the edge. Yep. And do the same here. Lock it, place it in there. Now we have some workspace. So I need to get an assembler in here, and I need to get a manufacturer in here. Now, is it even possible to get a manufacturer up here? That's what I'm nervous about, because this thing's big. Okay, it doesn't look like I can, which is fine. That means when we get the 5x5, it'll be a little easier to modify this blueprint that I'm currently working on, and then this blueprint can be used currently for doing all of the splitting of the belts and everything. So the whole point is then I will have the outputs that I need to go into the manufacturer. I gotta find a place to put this thing just so I can double check everything as we go along. So for our computer, I need 3 outputs. Cable, we have it. 20 per minute, I'm pretty sure. We need 40 per minute plastic, and we need 4 circuit boards. So we need to get the circuit boards made. So this cable is 30 per minute. So it's actually overproducing cable. I don't care about that. That's fine. I'll need a assembler in here. I can even place this assembler right here. Maybe. That doesn't give me enough room to... That's what I like about the lock. You press H, you lock something where you want it in one orientation, and then you can just kind of nudge it a little bit. So I want it, let's say right there. I need a constructor. Oof, that's close. So this is going to be set to circuit boards, copper sheets, and then I'm going to put that power shard in there and make it 150%. That is still only one feed, which is nice. Nope, not that. Give me the floor hole. There we go. That. Didn't get the lift. I'm gonna make sure that's connected. I believe it is. I'm gonna actually click on that first, then click on the lift hole. So currently we only have 2 feeds of copper coming into this. So we need 2 smelters. This I don't... Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay, that's fine. I'll move the assembler. And then because we don't have a way to get plastic here at the moment, I'm gonna just do a storage container that I will load up. Is that good? I want those to be even for looks. I need to add my power line from here. Then I have to start thinking about splitting this properly to get 40 in one direction and 20 in another. So we're gonna throw... I thought about throwing my assembler up there. I think I'm gonna throw my assembler for here for now, because why we're not having to cram that manufacturer on here. It's just a little too wide for what we want. So that cable's coming straight down and out there. So I can move this here and we'll have, whoop. We'll have the output right. We'll do the output there. But in line with what we actually need it. Alright, so load balancing. We got lots of room underneath here. I think that's what we're going to have to do. I think we're going to have to do it from beneath. And then I will pop up the finished product here. Alright, so load balancing. Currently, if I run a Mark 1 belt into here, this is running 60 per minute. If I split this way, that's 10. Or that's 20. The thing's doing weird stuff. So if I split this way, it's 20. 20. And 20. So I only need one of those 20s to actually end up here. And the others to merge back together to become 40. So let's take this one out. Let's do this right there. So we'll take this 20. It's actually a pretty easy load balance. And we'll run that 20 into there. Now we have our cable output here. I'll put that right there. We need our circuit board output here. Somewhere. Come on. I guess I didn't put that in the best place. It's trying to clip into that wall. So there's our circuit boards. And then we need to merge these two back together. With a merger, not a splitter. Here, got that in the right spot. So we'll merge that one. We'll merge that one. Now this one's running 40. We'll run this out. Alright, and that should give us the 3 outputs that we need for computers. We have plastic that we're just going to preload for now. We have... So we have plastic going there and here. So we have 20 here. We'll double check this. We'll split 60, 20, 40, 60. Yep, 20 here. Going up into the assembler. 20 and 20 merging back into 40, going out to the manufacturer. We have cable coming right down the center. We have circuit boards coming here. Let's make sure, make sure to turn everything. Oh, I did this wrong. That says 30. I thought it was 20. Well, that changes things. It's 40. So that's 70. I don't have 70 a minute. Maybe I underclocked this? Okay, I see my issue. I need 10 circuit boards per minute. This is only going to give me 5 per minute. Or 7.5. I can back it down to 5 per minute. And then I don't need the overclock. Only need 10 sheets per minute. And 20. So maybe that's what I did, is if I do 5 per minute, I can do that. It's the plastic that's killing me. So you're looking at 70 plastic per minute between the two. If I do this, that's 50. Then I just need 5, 10, and 20. See, I can cut down the 20 there. It might be wise just to underclock this anyways, for now. And us not even worry about that load balancing. I just throw 30 in one direction, 30 in the other direction. That's actually too much. And then put that down to half. Keep this at the 66 1/3. Let's do that. I think that's all we need currently. Now this is for a computer. This is for computer input. It's not actual full computers. So I'm going to kind of label that on our thing here. We're going to clear that blueprint designer. I'm going to take all these. Grab my manufacturer. Do I have any other copper? I know I have this one copper here. I already have that one. There's a bunch of copper in that direction. Alright, that's left 2 Mark II miners out here. So we're pulling, these are normal, so they're each doing 120 each. Which means I just need to do a merger. And we're just gonna run one belt all the way back for now. Oh, here's our little doggos. Let's see if they got anything for us. Oh, some screws, thanks I guess. Thanks. Lame. So I trapped them all in there, but then one of them got out somehow, and then he's just not moved, so whatever. I ran out of materials. I'm having to come over here and grab some more. Alright, I just took our smelter stack. I took one off, that way we don't have the extra one, because it'll do a total of 8 with what I'm bringing in right now. So that'll start doing all of that. We're going to grab this computer blueprint. Flip it right where we need it. Make sure that's lined up. Boom. And then I'm gonna take some more foundations. Into zoot mood. I think 3 will do it. And then let's get our manufacturer. There it is. We're going to turn it sideways because we can. No, let's just do this. Let's get it right where we want it. Make sure to leave some space on the back here for belt exit. And then I'll put a, well, that doesn't leave me any space there. That's fine. I'll just do one more foundation. Out, there we go. Okay, that's connected. We just need to feed all three of these in. We're gonna set this to computers. I'm gonna put a industrial storage here. If I can. Nudge that exactly where I want it. We'll make that a straight just so it's nice. And then I need to do this 50%. You know what? I don't actually have to turn that down. It's going to run at 50%. Like, because I've turned this one to 100%. Yes. I've turned that down. This will just run. I'll do 50%, whatever. There we go. And that way, when I plug in here in a second, oh, I'm gonna have to go edit this. I never put a power pole. Once again, this is not a final. This is not a final thing at all. Okay, that should have everything powered to it. Should just be able to plug in somewhere right there. Everything is now yellow. Okay. And then I just need 2 inputs of copper. 1, 2. And then I need to fill this thing up with plastic. And I guess I'll go empty out my inventory. What? I need what? 3 full slots across. I'll empty out this bottom here and then I will go fill all that up with plastic. And then I'll be back. Alright, let's throw all that I just got in there. So like I said, this is completely awful right now because you have to keep this thing filled to be able to even run it properly. But at least something. I mean, we're looking at half of that going to this. You need 16 plastic per computer. Maybe 200 computers total? I don't know. It's not good. That's what I know. It's not good. Okay. The other thing we need, and we'll do something very similar, heavy modular frames. Now this takes steel, so we need a modular frame build. We need screws. We need a full screw setup in there. We need modular frames, which modular frames is... Okay, so this one's going to get a little intense. So we need a reinforced iron plates, we need iron rods, we need screws. And then we need steel pipes and encased industrial beams. This actually wants 240 screws per minute. That means we need 2 of our screw setups. I say we also run this at half because the modular frames is wild. You know what's really cool is when you're playing in window mode and you accidentally click the X in the top right hand corner. Yep. I'm playing in window mode because I do have an ultra wide and I want to make sure that I can upload by YouTube standards, so I have to play in window mode in most of my games while I'm recording. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, what it was I saying, we're gonna have to cut this down anyways because I can only make 2 per minute, and if I do, I mean, I can make that 3 per minute. Like, I think to get that, I'd have to make this a fully powered 1 assembler just to get 5. And it wants 10. See, I can do this and get 5 per minute out of 1 thing. But I would need 7.5 reinforced iron plates per minute. So with 1 overclock, you could do it on this. But then you need... I feel like my math is off somewhere. Reinforced iron plates are 30 per minute. Okay. So I need 30 iron rods per minute, which is not hard. Because that's what it produces, I believe. Sorry, I'm laying down all my machines. I know there's like math, like there's things you can do to be different on this and make things different. Yeah, so my iron rods would make that enough. Overclock that. That's not bad. 45 plates per minute. 2 of those. If I do my standard, that's 60. I'll just get 1 per minute. That's all I'm aiming for. Alright, so this is going to be kind of a mess of needing a little bit of everything. I'm not going to add steel pipes into this right now. I'm not going to add industrial beams into this right now. I'm just going to pull off of our existing lines that we already have making those. I feel like that makes more sense. So I can load my blueprint for reinforced iron plates. But this uses all of this to make, like, it's making more than what I need. It's a lot. It works. Works pretty good. It actually makes 10 a minute, I believe. Between the two. Yeah, 5 down, 5 down, 5 below. So that makes 10 a minute. I don't need all of this. And I need to see how compact I can make this. So we're just gonna go, we're just gonna clear this. We're gonna start with our making our reinforced iron plates. We'll need screws, and we need 45 iron plates per minute, and we need 90 screws per minute. So the problem is we're gonna overproduce because I don't have anything that'll do 45. I have one that'll do 40, and I have one that'll do 60. I know I can alter those numbers to get exactly what I want, but if it's overproducing, I'm not that worried about it. Take all this out. That's gotta stay. And I'm gonna take these out. Man, trying to get all this in one thing is crazy. Okay, so I do have I'm kind of thinking, I've been trying to figure this out. I do have a modular frame that makes 2 modular frames a minute. It gets fed 15 iron rods a minute, so it overflows that, and then it gets fed the reinforced iron plates, which is 3 per minute. This is making 5 per minute up here. So, because it gets overfed plates and then it gets overfed screws, so it actually makes more than what it needs. Like, it has more than enough. So this whole thing is 4 inputs. I would need 5 of these to make the 10 a minute, which would be 20 inputs, which is a little crazy. But I could run it. I could run 3 of those with 12 inputs, or even just, yeah, I'm kind of thinking I'm just gonna do one of these, maybe do 2 or 3 of these and feed them in, and then run my steel pipes and stuff over. I think that's what I'm gonna do, instead of trying to create the like perfect thing with load balancing. And so I got rid of my big factory. I'll have plenty of room to feed in some stuff. Of course, I got rid of everything. Maybe I should have kept those smelter stacks. All right, I need to just throw down my smelting stacks where I had them before. Should have maybe thought about this and not deleted these. Oh well. Put that in place. And I am on blueprint building mode. Sometimes that helps with locking, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the ground just gets in the way. I've kind of just, like I said, when you're building up in the sky, it's a lot easier. So I'm going to need 8 feeds for those, and I'll have 8 right there. So that'll feed 4 modular frames. This will be easier to do once I get a setup. To put it all in one build, I don't know if that's going to happen to make one that's actually good. That's going to have to set up. It'll definitely have to be in the Mark II. Mark II builder. Heavy modular frames. This thing I want to get is the screws. You know, I just deleted all that. I think I'll put the screws right here. And this screw blueprint I did in a tutorial video. So you can find that over on the channel. Like I said, I'll be doing other ones as well, from the basic ones all the way up to the more complicated ones like this that I've made. And I will continue to make. Some of these don't really have a full thing yet. Some of them are just like the assemblers that are set to rotors, for example, or reinforced plates. They don't actually have a use at the moment. Or nothing like, they don't have like full feeds or anything like that. It's mad at me because there's a lot of stuff here that it's clipping into. So I will need a total of 9, which I have 9 here. I will just need to pump this up to 270, not 360, 270. And then I'll need to feed all these, which I will do here in a minute. I need to make sure I connect all of my power. And just like the computers, I'm going to put down an industrial storage. Now, luckily, this one will run pretty much indefinitely. Just because I do have all the things will be running into it. Merger. That'll feed in screws. I need steel pipes and encased industrial beams. Well, encased industrial beams are right over here. Which I might just take another assembler and add to our spaghetti. Okay, that's industrial beams. And now I need to find some steel pipes that are not being used. Perfect. Add to the spaghetti a little bit more. Alright, that should have all 4 of those things now feeding in. Now I just need to get all the lines into the smelters and into the production. This might take a minute. Alright, so I got the belt spaghetti. We have some going up and down and left and right. Still pretty clean looking, but for the most part. And then this one goes out and around. So everything is connected. Why is it not running? Because I haven't done this yet. So we're going to change that. Control C, Control V, Control V on every single one of these. Okay, now everything's running. Now, we should get heavy modular frames out of this setup. It is not even full production. It's really not even 50%, but we'll leave it at 50%. That's not technically what it's going to give us, because that's only going to give us 4. I can do 40%. So 0.8 a minute is what it's going to give us. Yep. That's what we have to look forward to. Not a lot. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Now, why am I doing this? Because to get through tier 6, we need computers. And we need heavy modular frames. Just to get those last 2 things. And I think at first we're kind of like, we don't really need this Mark II blueprint. I think we do. Especially for the big things. Because the Mark I's good. It's not big enough for what we need it for. And like I did this whole setup, it was definitely overkill when it comes to what's needed. But look at that. We've gotten 60. I got some more plastic on me. I'll just go and throw in there for now. But I think we need 150 to get those knocked out total. So we're getting it. Last thing I want to show y'all though today is how the Mega Factory looks and how it's coming. Check. Why do they always have that? Ooh. Hey, thanks for the cable. So I'm gonna jump in the tube and I will see you all over at the Mega Factory. Alright, I am over at the Mega Factory. As you can see, the giant thing flying through. But currently, it's all being fed with the nodes around. A lot of these I've put power shards in just to kind of get the right balances that I need for all of these. All of this is currently fed. A lot of it's not being used right now. The ones that are being used have stuff coming out. The other ones are being fed down and nowhere at the moment. So I do have quite a few feeds open and ready to go. Like right here, I have 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 on that side. 9, 10, 11, 12 irons not being used, and 3 coppers not being used, so that's good. I have enough to actually plug in what I've done iron-wise and copper-wise over at the other factory. The problem is I don't have those other materials here to add into that. So I've plugged in all of my made blueprints to get added in. Now we were going to have a train line come under here. I believe that's changed, so I did delete the station down there because I believe we're going to move the station over there, and then we're going to have like these really long pipes that come over here and feed the station, or feed the Mega Factory. And like I said, I'm slowly replacing all these glass floors to these glass floors from those other ones. That way you can see what's going on below. I might do that a little bit here too, like double layer. But here, it all feeds into storage right now. All of this is going into storage. That's all I have it for. This is only my storage ones. But we do have some extra ones. So like, I have a couple more plates here. I have some rods. All of that. I might throw all of these, combine all these into one, and put it all to storage. Just kind of depends on how I feel right now. I haven't decided. But yeah. So all the spaghetti is below and hidden. It's actually pretty clean too. Here's where it's all fed. And then you go down another level. Here's where it's being fed into the storage unit currently. Well, let's go down to the storage. Now, I know I don't have walls yet. Eventually, this will be walled in. So, I made some decorations here. Don't be that guy. And we're down to our storage here, where I have actually started decorating some. Some lights up there. Tells you everything that we're making currently in this factory, from concrete to modular frames. And then on top of those is the dimensional depot. Let me swing around back here so we can see the back end of this stuff. So each one has a regular storage and a dimensional depot. That way every single one of these things can be uploaded into those pocket dimensions for it to be building and stuff. Now I do need to expand those dimensional depots because as of right now they're one stack a piece. So if I look at my, like, we can only do 500 concrete. Like right now they're full, but like I was using them there when I started running out of stuff. I actually got all the way through my iron plates. It filled it back up fairly quickly, but these do have a slow reload time and all of that, but you can upgrade all of that in the MAM. So in the MAM under alien technology, it is this side tree on the left, which requires Mercer spheres. This middle one is SAM ore, And this one's summer sloops. Now, you do need the SAM ore as well. And like I said, there is a SAM ore node with crystal up here. And it's in a cave. And the entrance to that cave that's unsealed, there's one right here, which is where I put my coal power plant. So if you started in the same area as me, you probably put your coal power plant in the same spot as me. So there's a nice cave there. Lots of spiders. So unless you're playing on passive like me, you know, just beware. So you'll need that. And then once you get down here, you start upgrading some stuff. So you can upgrade the depot expansion a few times, but as you see, each one takes like 3, and so that's a total of 10, and that's 23, and that's another 23. That's 46 Mercer spheres just to upgrade all of that. And then over here we have the same thing. So you have, what is that, 92 Mercer spheres just to get these all the way upgraded. Oh wait, there's another 3. You need 95 Mercer spheres just to get them upgraded. This one's neat because you can upload to the manual depot from your inventory. And then that augmenter's right there. That took summer sloops. I'm assuming this actually improves the augmenter. And then production amplifier. Also need to figure this one out so we can get some power crystals a little bit better. So, anyways, so we now have modular frames making at not even quite 1 a minute, and we have computers making at like 1 a minute. So I'll wrap up this episode by finishing out phase 6. But to do that, I'm gonna have to step away for a while and let this run.